on the phone, but I got reason I was there. All the love you deserve, said all me of the wrong. No good is love, said all me of the wrong.
Excuse me for coming in impromptu on your rehearsal.
It's all good, man.
But listen, man, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. Who is Maurice Yancey? And one accord.
Maurice Yancey is a servant of God who loves the Lord, an instrument of God, man, to just fulfill the purpose for which I was sent, you know. I'm excited about the Lord. I love to sing, love to preach, love to bring God glory. That's who I am.
Listen, man, what made you want to start a group, man? You know, it's so prevalent in this area to have choirs and praise and worship teams, but what made you come up with one accord? How did this even come about? Was this something that you intentionally did, or this just you just happened to sing somewhere and you said, let's keep it going? Tell us the history about one accord.
Well, I grew up in a little quartet group, which was a family of mine. Started out probably at the age of 8, and we sung for quite some time. The quartet has kind of always been dear to my heart, always. And so, a period of my life, you know, I was going through a dark moment in my life, and I promised the Lord that if He brought me out of the situation that I was in, that I would definitely serve Him and give Him all that I have. And so I saw one accord maybe 13 years ago on a prison bunk, actually.
Wow.
And when I came home in 2007, I started out with a track. Went to the store and got me a track, wrote a song to it, went to the studio and recorded it. And Reggie, been knowing him for quite some time. We reconnected prior to when I got home, and he did tracks for me. And so I would go out and sing my track and do my little thing with that. And over a period of time, people would call and they would appreciate what I was doing. And so I've always had guys around that didn't mind stepping in to help out and fill out whatever they can do. And so it got good to us one day. You know, and you know, it got real good. And so the guys said, man, you know, let's do this thing. Let's go ahead and make a go for it. And so some of the original members who's not here with us now, we came together and prayed about it. And at that moment, I really wanted everything that I do to be centered around God. And so I got the name One Accord. You know, I said, let's go with it like that. And so that's kind of where it all started.
So you say you've been in existence for 13 years?
10 years.
Oh, 10 years.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, because I've seen your name in New York, in California, in the West, in the South. Who's some of the people that you had the opportunity to minister with, share platforms with, as far as nationally?
Oh, man, you call the roll. I mean, man, Tamala Man, Marvin Sapp, Dietrich Haddon.
Man.
It goes on and on.
Wow.
Mighty Clouds of Joy.
Yes, sir.
Lee Williams, the Candy Spiritual.
Oh, you've been with the greats.
Who's another inspiration of mine. Who else? Vicky Winans, Marvin Winans. You know.
Man, you sung with some of everybody. It's amazing how you started off with just one track and Reggie and his phone, and then here you are. You know, it's amazing how you're putting out so much phenomenal music. What advice would you give to a younger musician who is thinking about starting a group or just starting in church and they really want to get going but they don't really know how? What advice would you give to a musician, a singer who really want to get involved?
I would say make sure first it's God ordained. I know we like to do a lot of things just to be doing them. But I believe if you really want to be successful at it, you know, make sure God is in it, and not just, you know, just something to be doing. Take what you do serious. Find you some people that will be serious, just as serious as you are. Connect with them, man. Pray about the move and walk in it. You know, make sure it is God ordained, man. Yeah. Be intentional about it. Don't just do something just to be doing it, you know.
Yeah.
And I believe it'll work itself out.
When it comes to being professional, you know, because we all grew up in church, so we know how it is to get up and all you got is the Radio Shack mic, and you just got to do what you got to do. But when it comes to being professional and being on the road, how is it that you're able to maintain integrity singing gospel music, and you be on the road traveling everywhere, and you know people are doing everything? And how do you maintain your spiritual walk with God and maintain the message, you know, in delivering the message?
It's also the integrity of each other as the person, you know, from the spiritual, you know, standpoint. We all represent each other as well. You know, we represent our individual households. Right. You know, so even when you're out on the road and, you know, we're faced with temptation as everybody. Right. You know, I think we have an amazing accountability for each other. You know, we definitely look out for each other. I mean, I think I've been in a few groups, and this by far is one of the closest units that I have for looking out for each other, you know, praying for each other, talking to each other. There's a few of us that probably talk every day, and you know, just like I said, accountability and looking out for each other, making sure that we all, you know, walking on the right path is something that sticks with us and helps us to be able to, you know, when we go on the floor, minister effectively.
You know, but we always, at the end of the day, you know, the main goal is, you know, is always to serve God.
I guess you're finding something new, huh? Finding something new. Well, listen, I'm going to ask you to sing something else. Listen.